Okay, guys, I'm back. Yes, I am. I always do this. I'm back. Okay. Uh, what I mixed up here is Vallejo. Um, I mixed up this one. This is my own color. It's green and yellow and a little bit of blue, just to mute it a little bit. Then this is a pyroli orange. This is teal, and this is teal and titanium white. But it's all Vallejo fluids. And what I mix it with is PVA glue, a little bit of water, and then I put in a little squish of pouring medium. So I'm pretty excited to see what's going to come out of this. So of course I put in 2 drops of silicone in each color. And right now I am putting all the colors together. I'm just gonna really pour this in from up high, as you can see, so it does a little bit of mixing all by itself. Then the orange. Let's keep a little of that. And turquoise. And I'm gonna keep a little bit of that, because this is only a 15 by 15. So it'll probably spill all over the place. I'm going to give it one swirl like that. And because I think it might have, it might make a nice skin, I think I'll just put this on the table here, so that what spills off, that I can let that dry, and maybe we can get us a nice little skin. Who knows? Okay, we're ready. We're gonna turn it around. Let it come down a little bit. This is a little bit more thicker pouring because of all the PVA glue in it. But I am going to put some over the corners, so that we don't have to do anything to that. And why I'm doing this is because I've heard of a couple of people that really don't get along with the Vallejo fluid, and I really don't understand why. And of course there are some people that are really, oh, look at that. That is beautiful. Nice cells. And some people are having problems with the cells staying put. So that's what I want to try and show you here. So now we're going to tilt it. Letting it go over there. And to tell you the truth, this is exactly the kind of colors I was going for. I like the muted, sort of muted colors. Letting it go over there. Look at that, that is pretty. Ooh, only I don't like that one. We'll have to see how we can make that disappear. There it goes, look at that, even over the side. That looks beautiful. Now I run my finger along the bottom because a lot of people have asked me about that too. Look at that. That's beautiful, right? So I just run my finger along there. Now I'm thinking I should have had some more, but really maybe a little bit more. Nah, this is okay. I shouldn't. The only thing that is going away is here. See these cells? The really fine hairlines are breaking up. Here, not so much, but down here, because there was just a little bit too much of the light colored, so I'm going to let it run down a little bit. But it is really pretty. So I'm just letting it run down. Just a little bit more. Watching out that it doesn't go all squiggly. And of course we have to wait and see how this dries, because we've never poured with this sort of mix before. but this is how I'm going to keep it. And I think if I were to hang it on a wall, I would hang it like this with this up here. That is beautiful. Okay. Now I'm going to lay it down. Get a cloth here because I do want to go over it one time with my torch just to get rid of the bubbles. Okay, that's it. And we'll see how that dries, right guys? There it is. Let me get you in focus. There it is. So I'm going to put it away and show it to you tomorrow. And with the rest of it, I am going to do something, of course. Palette knife, where are you? I'll take another one. Only with this, I'm going to put in a little bit more of that really beautiful bright orange. A little bit more of that color. And then swipe it down there. Maybe this isn't too good for the swiping. But for pouring, up to now, I think it's pretty. So we will just do that. And a little over there, a little down here. Because I do want to really have some more orange in here. Up here, down there. Nah, that's not really working out. It is selling, as you can see, it sells pretty nicely, but I'm not really over the moon with the colors though. So let's see if we can make something out of it. Put the dark turquoise in. Not really liking that little bit there, the orange. Really tiny cells though, and maybe that's because I didn't put in that much of the silicone, but not bad, but not something I'm going woohoo about. You know, sometimes you want something that really makes you happy. Well, this isn't it. Let's put some more in here. A little bit more orange. A little bit more of the turquoise. And a little bit of this green. Make one more. Now I had a couple of people ask me to do some sort of a relax video, because I know a lot of people use my videos to fall asleep. See, that isn't pretty. You don't want this. And they use it, you know, to get rid of some anxiety, and I can relate to that. Very tiny cells. Very tiny. See that? Too small. Way too small. So I think if we were to, I'm going to test that out right away, then you know. Because I know that a lot of people have said, you know, my cells are really small and they don't do anything. And I'm thinking maybe that's the thing, because the paint is so thick. So I'm going to give it a little bit of water here. Yeah, that's looking okay. Just to test it, you know. It's going to be muddy, but we're going to just give it a go. Yep, looking better. Oops. And that's one disadvantage of working with a lot of PVA because it gets so sticky. So we're going to pour that on top of it. Then pour this on top of it. Give it a squishy like that. Make it come down a little bit and then see what happens when we torch it. Yeah, that's what I thought. See that? So you really, like I always say, and me always telling you guys, it's all in the thickness, people. It's all in the thickness. And now I have my paint is a little on the thick side myself, so you can see how that works. See how this sells up so much better because it's thinner. So I hope this is coming across, people, because this is an important little part of pouring. So if you have something that looks like this, see those teeny tiny cells? And I know a lot of people have commented on that they said, I have only really small cells and it doesn't work. So this time here is a little bit more thinner, so I added just a little bit more water and look what happens. So the more, of course, the more water you do, it's not like it's going to get better and better and better, because if you put too much water in, then your cells are going to disappear. So there's a really fine line between all that, what I'm telling you guys. So one more time. The last of it. Pouring around it like that. And I might even do a little bit of the green. Make it a little bit thinner. So it's all about the thickness of the paint, and you got to really just experiment, because once you've got it, then you pretty much know if it's too thick or too thin. Okay, oops, please stay on the table. I'm going to clean off my little palette knife. I'm going to pull it up and push it down. And there it goes. See how beautifully that sells? That's a lot of cells. So that's another reminder of how important it is to get the good consistency, and that is where everything falls or stays with the cells. It's all about having the right thickness of the paint. So too thick, you get tiny little cells. Too thin, your cells will disappear, especially, you know, if you're moving it around like I'm doing here, but that's not what you should be doing. You should really watch out that when you have exactly what you want, when you're going to put it away, you have to put it away level. And make sure you're very level, because that's very important. But look at that. That is some awesome cells. Let me get you in close and in focus. So, and all this is PVA glue. So I put in paint, the Vallejo fluid. I put in PVA glue. I mixed it up, added a little bit of water, mixed it up, added a little squish of pouring medium, Vallejo, the normal one, the thin one, and then added water until I thought it was the right consistency. Now, the first ones I did, a little bit on the thick side. This one with the cells exploding, this is exactly the good consistency. So that's it. Okay, I'll lay them down here for them to dry. I have 2 videos which I'm going to pop on YouTube. Everyone, I really want to thank you for last week, where everyone was you know, crossing their fingers and doing everything for me. I really thought that was amazing, so thank you all for that. And if anyone's out there that is going through the same thing, is sick, or has a loved one that is sick, let's put all our efforts together and pray for them also, for them to get through this really fast, and for people just getting out of the hospital, I wish you all a speedy recovery so that we can all get together again and make some beautiful art. Okay, guys? Love you all to pieces. See you in the next video. Laters.